You're watching FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. We're at Surfaces in the first day, Surfaces 2012 in Las Vegas, and I'm here with Ralph Bowe, who's President and CEO of Beaulieu of America. Ralph, how you doing?
Doing great, Kemp. Good to see you again.
Good to be with you. It's always good to see you at this show on an annual basis. So, let's talk a minute, just for most people know who Beaulieu are. You're the largest carpet-only company in North America. You privately owned company. You're an anchor here too. I mean, it's when it comes to size of booth, when it comes to carpet, you have the largest space here, don't you?
Right. Yeah, this market's always been great for us, and I know when a number of our competitors moved out years ago, we decided to stick with it, and we thought it was important to really present our product in the right kind of forum and let our customers and our sales force see the products as they should appear in their store, and this is the best way to do it.
Yeah, and you're right up front, right inside the front door here on the main hall, and you guys have weathered this recession pretty well, haven't you?
Well, it's been difficult. I mean, you think about it, the recession really started for this industry in '06, and so now we're at 2012, so we're basically into 7 or 8, almost 8 years now of a recessive period for the carpet business and the flooring industry, and definitely the last 3 years have been the most difficult. It's kind of bottomed out. We kept thinking we might see an increase in 10 and then in 11, but hey, that hasn't occurred. So we've just decided, you know what, we've got to make it regardless of what's happening in the marketplace and do the right things for us, come out with the right products, get our sales force rejuvenated to go out and get the business. We've got a good leader for the independent dealers with Casey Johnson. He's full of energy, and I think he inspires everyone else to be energetic and do everything they need to do to go after the order.
Now, I know it's the first day, and you probably haven't gotten a lot of feedback from your sales force, but I know you've had some advanced meetings with some of your biggest customers. What's the energy? Are people feeling good about 2012?
Yeah, I think most people are feeling a little better about 2012. You look at even the housing market right now. They say there are about 1 million household formations a year. Those people have to live somewhere, and so a lot of them are moving into apartments. And what they're doing is driving the vacancy rates down, driving the rental rates up, and creating a need for more facilities for those people to live in. So our expectation is that there's going to be double-digit growth this year in the multifamily housing. Same time as those rates go up on rentals, that also says, you know what, maybe it's more economical to own a house. And so if people can get the financing, it may be a good time for them to decide, let's go out and buy a house. That's the better, more economical route for us going forward. So I think there'll be some modest growth in single-family housing this year as well, on top of what we think is going to happen in multifamily. And I think on top of that, we still are a consuming economy. People like to buy and shop. And if they've been sitting there for 5 or 6 years without having done a lot in their homes, that it's about time for them to get about, renovating. I think we're seeing a lot of it already through the home centers, that a lot of bathroom, kitchen renovations going on, and I think that starts carrying along the bedrooms and the other living areas of the home as well. So we're pretty positive about the year, and we're positive because of the product lines we have as well.
Well, let's get into that. I'm good to hear the optimism. So last year you rolled out Healthy Touch, and this year you've got a whole brand new brand that you're rolling out, right?
That's right. We call it Everclean. But before I talk about Everclean, when you look at our company, we've tried to do things to differentiate ourselves from our competition, to give our retailers a reason to put us on the floor, and to have something that would get the attention of the consumer when she comes into the store. And so Magic Fresh has really been our single biggest differentiator. We also had Silver Release on top of that. Magic Fresh is something that you can measure. You can tell whether the air is getting fresher in a room, and clearly it works, and we've demonstrated that over and over. On the Silver Release, it's something that gives the consumer confidence that the product they put on their floor is going to maintain a healthier environment, although it's not as easy to measure as Magic Fresh is. With that, we introduced our Stainmaster line with Magic Fresh 2 years ago. It's become the biggest Stainmaster collection ever in our company. And then last year, as you pointed out, we came out with Healthy Touch, which has both Magic Fresh and Silver Release on it. And that program has done extremely well. We just launched it in October with CCA Global and Carpet One and Flooring America as Resistor Refresh. And that's off to a tremendous start. We also have many of those same products that have gone into a collection at one of the home centers. So it's getting very broad distribution. It looks like it's getting the appeal to the consumer that we expected, and we are really looking for some good growth in 2012 from that line.
So you're all in with Magic Fresh. Everything new this year has Magic Fresh on it, right?
Most everything we have has Magic Fresh on it. Even our commercial items that we introduce, because those are going into enclosed environments, and whether they're office space or a doctor's office or whatever, the environment that the people breathe is important to anybody. But this year now we've got our Everclean, and what we've done is to take our polyester fiber, which is continues to be our growth fiber, and we came out with a whole line of solution dyed products. And of course, with the solution dyed, you've got the color throughout, so you have a no-fade product, number one. You have a product that's it's bleach cleanable, so we can use a 50-50 bleach water solution to clean that if you get a stubborn stain on there that for one reason or another you can't get off. They're all treated with Magic Fresh, so they take the odor out of the air. So it's kind of a three-way hit on giving the consumer some benefits that they might not get with other products. In addition, I think we've really broadened the appeal of our product line by adding some tip-sheared products, tip-sheared loops, some pseudo-textured friezes, some LCLs and pattern products, and we've got some loops that are, well, like the one on the floor here. We call it crafted. We've got crafted, created, and nostalgia, three different products that we make out of this yarn system. And it gives it a, if you want to call it a resimercial or contradential. It's kind of a combination of commercial and residential, but low profile products that have, I think, a lot of appeal to people with hardwood materials in their home in neighboring rooms, so that you don't have too high a step up to the carpet when you walk off the hard surface. So all these things have been received extremely well. In addition, if you look behind me, we have a product on the floor called Mesmerizing. Mesmerizing, in fact, is right here on this rack as well. And it's made from a uniquely processed yarn. It's actually a patented yarn system that we have. And so it gives us an exclusivity of a new look, a striated look, that seems to have gotten the attention of the retailers. And so we think it's going to be instrumental from two standpoints. One, it gets the consumer's attention, a little bit like the yellow Maserati in the window. Yeah. But secondly, we think it's going to be something that will sell through based on the appeal that it's had with retailers and the rolls that they've already bought on the product. So we really are confident that this is going to be a kind of a broadening of the line and giving the retailer and ultimately the consumer products that they can be confident in the performance of.
And you still put almost everything behind the Bliss brand too, right?
Everything's still behind the Bliss brand at residential. I mean, that's our key label in residential. We're going to continue to utilize that. We think it's an easy name for people to see and understand and get the feeling of what it could mean to them to use our products.
Okay, and one other thing, you've talked mostly about polyester, but you still have some new Stainmaster products you're rolling out this year, right?
Yeah, we've got a whole new rack of 20 products with Stainmaster with Magic Fresh. Our Magic Fresh line in Stainmaster has done extremely well for us. We introduced 10 products 2 years ago. Those 10 products have done twice the sales volume that our normal 20-card installation has done in the past. So it's clearly demonstrated what a differentiator Magic Fresh is for us, particularly when someone like Invista has allowed us to go brand it with the Stainmaster brand itself. And so with the success we've had there, we've added some new LCLs this year, some new cabled looks, and some new barber poles that we think are going to take us with some of the looks that we've had in polyester and bring that over into Stainmaster now.
Okay, great. Ralph, I appreciate you spending time with us. It sounds like you've been busy with your product development area, and so it's good to talk to you again. We've been talking to Ralph Bowe, who's President and CEO of Beaulieu, and you've been watching FloorDaily.net.